Welcome to your channeled message. If you found this video, I trust there's a message in here for you. My name is Michaela, and I'm here with Cosmic Lotus Energy Healing. And as I was getting ready for this video, I was pulling a few cards. We got Inner Voice, Inward Revolution, Divine Feminine, and Soul Song. And what I'm picking up is your breakthrough, your revelation is here. The year of the fire horse. We thought it was going to go one way, and I do believe it was, in a sense, an upsetting turnaround. Realizing that it's going to take more work and it's not just magically going to appear. That there's this need for balance and flow. Yes, we're working towards, we're trying to create this new life, work towards our goals, whatever it is that you're trying to call in. And maybe there was this preconceived idea that it was going to be easy. That, oh, if I just like post one video, I'm going to become famous. If I open my studio, everybody's just going to come. And the reality has set in that this is a labor of love. That this is something that you are going to have to create from within. With the Divine Feminine card here, sorry, autofocus doesn't want to get me in there. There we go. Divine Feminine card here. You have been on this journey of learning how to work towards what it is that you want, and then sit on the back burner, and then work, and then call it in. So it's this dance, this relationship with spirit, where you're co-creating. You do the footwork, and then because of this inward revolution, you're learning to let go. You're learning to align yourself. Alignment has been coming up a lot lately. Depending on when you find this video, right now it is April, the beginning of April of 2026. And alignment is extremely important right now. We're learning it's not so much about the hustling and moving forward, no matter what. It's about listening to the divine feminine, masculine, feminine, doesn't matter. Listening to yourself and moving from the space of creation, of birthing what it is that you want, and remembering the energy behind what you're trying to create is everything. So if you don't feel like showing up today, people are going to feel that. And that doesn't mean that you don't show up, but where do you shift? Where do you pivot? So you need to show up today. But maybe you're a content creator. Getting ready is a lot. Can you find a way to work on the computer? Can you find a way to work on a workshop or build something in that way that gets you excited, that gets you passionate? If you're a business owner, maybe in the physical form, you don't feel like maybe, doing the clerical stuff. Can you get into creation? Can you get into birthing something new and exciting? What lights you up? Because in the monotony, your potential clients, your potential whatever you're trying to create, people can feel it, right? There's nothing more attractive than seeing someone passionate about what they do. And I feel like this is a collective that is very passionate about what you do. But just because there's passion behind things doesn't mean that you're not human, that you don't feel what it is that you want, or that you don't feel like bored or annoyed or tired or whatever it is, right? Because your creation is not the only thing happening in your life. This is a collective that might have family, friends, loved ones. Things happen, illness, tragedy. And we're learning to work with that. And right now, I just saw the Five of Cups. So there might be some grief. There might be some betrayal that I was picking up on actually earlier in a different channel. But I do feel like it might apply here. So you're trying to move forward, but maybe there's some grief on your heart. With the inner voice, the divine feminine, um, I see that there's this inner conflict. Something's going on right now. This is a collective that has had to create space recently. Job changes could be significant, releasing old relationships, so friends, family. Maybe you've moved. There's been changes to your schedule, letting go of things that no longer are in alignment with where you're going right now. Maybe things that you will pick back up later, but right here, right now, you were guided to create space. You were guided to let go of certain relationships. It's heavy. And with the relationships, I do believe there are some people that you believed would be there with you to the end. That it didn't even like register in your mind that some of these relationships wouldn't go with you. You believed maybe they um, had your best interest in mind. And whatever force of nature, whatever universe, God, spirit, angels, you were guided to release something, someone, something big. And this did not go as planned. People started to show their true colors. There we go. See, I was trying to record this channel and I couldn't get it out earlier. I had to go lay down, take a nap, and now it's starting to make sense. These people, this person, did not react the way that you thought they would. There's something about heartbreak and grief. Yeah. Something about somebody withholding resources from you. So this could just be their physical support, their love, their affection. Or it could be a financial thing. They knew that you were struggling in some way. And instead of jumping in to help you, they were selfish in their own thing. Okay. And your spirit team, I'm getting it now, are very mad at the blocks that have been in your way because there's certain, like someone or something has gotten in the way of what your plan was. But your team does not mess around. Your ancestors, your guides don't mess around. And they are clearing the way, they are clearing the path. Going back to the beginning of the video, a breakthrough, a revelation is coming through. It's coming. But Spirit wants to remind you the struggle was not to drop you. Mm-mm. I'm really drawn to the inner revolution and the soul song. I feel like you, um, whatever the situation was, it was forcing or it is going to force you to come back to yourself. Because if this releasing, this letting go, for the relationship changes in your life has caused you to develop a deeper relationship with yourself, a deeper trust in what you're creating, a deeper trust in who you're becoming. You're no longer, oh, I'm seeing you like go out and like talk to people and then like retrieve your energy. So you might have been somebody that really took into consideration what other people had to say, and almost like this people pleasing tendency where you would really try to do what they were saying. You would live your life in this people pleasing mentality of like, okay, if only I do this, if only I do that. And it scattered you. It took you away from your divinity, from your knowing. And this relationship, this issue, I feel like whoever it was, whatever it was, you held them to such a high respect that you wouldn't listen to yourself, that you would believe their opinion more than your own opinion. This is picking up on heavy family, maybe father, or it's a long-standing friendship. But who you hang out with is who you become. They always say the top 5 relationships, right? And where you're going is so big. Your spirit team had to clear that. They had to clear it. So either you were seeing signs and synchronicities to create like distance between you and certain relationships, or something ended abruptly. Someone betrayed you, someone, I don't know. I'm just picking up on like it was like this abrupt, like, okay, you are in my life and now you're not. And it had to happen because where you're going requires a lot of time, a lot of dedication, requires a lot of creativity. I'm seeing in this inward revelation the DNA spiral. So you might be going through a Kundalini awakening. I'm hearing abundance is coming in. So this could be from your creation or it could be support for your creation. But the Kundalini awakening is awakening you to your highest path. So a lot of times before your Kundalini awakening, you may be working on something that you think like, okay, this is going to pay the bills. This is going to do what it's going to do, like help me, right? But for whatever reason, there's roadblocks, there's shutdown. You may have a lot of success for some time. And then eventually what happens is there's this shattering, and it could even just be like an internal shattering of dissatisfaction with what you're doing, and you're getting turned on to your true path, your real path. And this is a collective that has begun to awaken to that. You have begun to see why you were put on this planet. And that doesn't mean that it's like you have to do like this deep healing work to help people, right? Like it could be you owning a restaurant, you owning a salon, you being a hairdresser, you whatever it is, but there's something that you offer that people need to see. And this relationship was blocking that abundance. They were barking down your ear. I'm hearing religion. They may know that you listen to these kinds of readings. They may know that you're into energy healing or more metaphysical, and it rubbed them wrong. I'm hearing the devil's work. So that could be a joke, but it might literally be what they're thinking. They're thinking that you're engaging in the devil's work. But the reality is this is your Kundalini awakening and you need to be true to yourself because they're hijacking your time, the time that you dedicate to that relationship, the time that you are pouring into this person, the energy. Energy is a big one. You're giving it away when right now what you really need is this time to feel grounded, to feel safe, to come back to yourself because you need that energy to pour into this creation, into this endeavor, into what you're trying to create. You have a higher calling, and spirit is like trying to clear the way. And I feel like there's some resistance because there was like this loyalty bond. There was like, oh, we don't give up on family. Oh, we don't give up on our friends. Oh, what does it say about me if I give up on this person? So finally, spirit had to end this abruptly. But yeah, the struggle was not to drop you. It was not to set you on the wrong path. And I feel like this is a collective that has like, I wouldn't say toxic positivity, but you are firm believers that like everything happens for a reason. And I trust in my divine path and I trust the universe. The universe always takes care of me. And it's always been like this light, ethereal, like whatever, since you've had your spiritual awakening. But now you may have gone through certain things recently where it's like, okay, yeah, but where's mine? Seriously, enough with the BS. Enough. Done. I'm over this. I have served my path. I have done what I needed to do. I do what you ask, Spirit. I have X'd out the relationships. I have moved to this place. I have done the inner work. I have cried. I have, listened to these readings. All of these ways that you have dedicated your life to listening to the signs, to the synchronicities, and making it all about God, all about serving the universe, all about living your highest timeline. And you're watching other people and it seems like it comes pretty easy. Like maybe there's certain people that post one video and it sparks off. Or certain people just get handed money or family relationships. And that used to not bother you because you trusted divinity so much. But there's this situation that has popped up and it's been a long-standing thing. But that was an initiation to send you inward even more, to send you deeper. Yeah. But the breakthrough's coming through. April is the month of forward movement, a breakthrough, revelation. Okay, we have the Page of Cups and the Judgment card here. Your inner calling, it's coming. With the Page of Cups, if you see the water in the back, it's taking this fluid energy, what you see, grounding it into reality. See, she's standing on the earth. She's looking at her cup, seeing creative new ways that she can create what it is that she's trying to create. Judgment card, all about your inner calling, your inner wisdom, this inner voice. confirmation, there's this inner voice card here. You've been on this path for a while. You've been working your butt off. And you're waiting for that breakthrough. You're waiting for the thing to happen. And we know with manifestation, right? When we wait, when we don't embody, you're going to be waiting even longer. So you have to embody that energy of who you want to become. But I feel like you have been doing the work. You have been embodying this new version of yourself. And with the year of the fire horse, I do believe a lot of you have begun to see the ways that you have self-sabotaged. The ways that you were showing up beforehand actually were not serving your highest good, such as operating in the heavy masculine, showing up no matter what, doing what you have to do, bending over backwards. And that was part of the lesson with the divine feminine. Create, surrender. Create, surrender. Let go of the outcome, do the footwork. But there's this heavy, tired energy, hence why I had to take a nap. Temperance. You're being restored to balance. Okay, I get it. You cannot do this work. You cannot show up the way that you have without your karma coming back to you. Without the universe showing you how much it appreciates your loyalty, your devotion. April is the month of your breakthrough of forward momentum. Now, I'm not promising that every manifestation is coming in because that's not the reality. But I feel like whatever is keeping you up at night, I just saw you launch out of bed and then you surrender back. You fall back asleep. You're going to lay that to rest. It will be laid to rest. Your faith will be restored. You will begin to see the light at the end of the tunnel. And I know this is a collective that's been hearing that. Come on. Like, when is it my time? When is it my time? This is the union of the fruit of your labor. You have done the footwork. Can you trust that? Can you hold on for another day, for another week, for another month? Because what you want is coming. Okay, we have the Lovers and the Emperor. So now is a time to not give up. This is a union. This is a time to not give up. This is a time to pour yourself into your work even deeper. Take that grief and transmute that energy and pour it back into your creation. Pour it back into your life vision. Pour it back into your soul's song, your soul's calling, your inner vision. It's time to have some boundaries with yourself, to continue to show up, but show up in that divine feminine. Some days you'll have 10%. Some days you'll give it 100%. But what feels authentic? What feels really good? What feels really good? Let's pull some more. Queen of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles. Okay, heavy, heavy manifestation. Earthly energy. Any financial situation you're in right now, the balances are being restored. I do see there could be a gift. This could be from somebody. You may have been hearing about this. Or it could be a gift from the universe. I feel like you trusted this path. You've taken a lot of leaps of faith. You've done the work. You've shown up. And there was these expectations like we were talking about earlier. You thought it was going to happen one way and it didn't. And so now your hopes are almost like, come on, spirit, like what's going on? And it's led to that, like deep, like, all right, when is mine? Like we talked about. But with the Queen of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles here, the balance is being restored. But it's not in the way that you thought it was. It's not in hard work, is what I heard. Yeah. Oh, and then I saw a girl doing like a back bend. So like bending backwards. Like you no longer have to operate in that way. You no longer have to self-sacrifice. You no longer have to not spend time with your family and the loved ones in order to create what it is that you want. Pretty sure I just saw an orb, or that was something out of the corner of my eye. Um, yeah, but you don't have to operate in those old ways. There is a gift coming in that is going to help you to expand, to make this creation a reality because you need help. You need help in getting your message out there. You need help in this vision, in making it happen. And so trust and believe that just because things didn't happen the way that you thought it was, that's where the Seven of Swords comes into play. You were the trickster. There was an expectation of how it was going to happen. And that tricked you. It was an illusion. But see, Joe Dispenza always talks about it, right? Like your manifestation, it's not in the predictable, in the known. You have to get out of your mind and into the unknown. That's where the miracles happen. That's where the magic happens, is taking the leap of faith and not knowing how it's going to happen and not know how it's going to work. Maybe your vision doesn't quite make sense to a lot of people. Maybe what you're offering is not very like concrete compared to what other people are offering. Maybe you're very artistic. I see a very flowy energy, and that's okay. What you have to offer is still necessary. What you have to offer is beautiful. And there are the people out there that need it. They need to see what you offer because you are inspiration for the next person to do what you're doing. You are the inspiration to come from what you have and create what you will. This is no longer about future. This is no longer about one day I'm going to make it happen. You guys are putting in the work. You are doing what you need to do. And Spirit is rewarding you with that breakthrough, with that forward momentum, with the gift. Social media could be popping off. Promotions, so promoters, if you work with somebody, there is going to be a big like upheaval. They're going to be promoting you, sending you a lot of business. That could be the gift. You're striking interest is what I'm hearing. So whatever you're doing is working. There's second guessing happening right now. So I think like whatever you're trying to create, it does take like this dance with the universe, right? It's like putting your work out there, see how people react, see how the universe reacts, right? And then you kind of morph and you try to create better, you do better. But sometimes it can be so analytical and so heavy into like, okay, this is how I need to deliver my message, or this is how I need to show up. Spirit is saying, drop the masculine, drop the head game, drop the doubt, move into trust, move into knowing The signs, the synchronicities. I am not the only one telling you this. You know, your inner voice has been telling you this. Your inner voice has been telling you, take that leap of faith. It is being saying, be patient. You may have heard signs and synchronicities about a gift, a miracle. Trust it. Know that it's coming. Know that the breakthrough, I'm hearing April, you guys. If you're watching this at another time, within the month. Oh, okay. And now I'm drawn to my journal, what I had wrote in my meditation. It said open heart. So open heart meditations might be very important right now. And I just saw you skyrocket. So like if you're like feeling like timing is near or like you need to figure this out now, that's how you amplify your manifestation. Drop into the heart. Even if you don't have time for manifestation, every time you notice that you're getting weird or like your energy's off, bring it back to your heart. It's super simple. Think of someone, something that you feel gratitude for. Just drop into it, drop into the feeling, feel it in your heart, move on with your day. And try to cultivate that as much as you can, especially when you're creating, especially when you're suiting up, showing up, because people can feel your energy. It's like what we were saying in the beginning. People will feel the energy if you're not feeling it 100%. But there's nothing more radiant than passion. And sometimes, yeah, we don't feel like it, right? So drop into the heart, do the best with what you have. But this is a collective that alchemizes any situation, and you are getting the resources, you are getting what you need. Traveler, move in a new direction. So I feel like the gift that's coming in, trust, okay. This is also confirmation, trust in your challenges, trust in your talents in challenging times. The resource, the gift that's coming in right now is going to put you into a new direction. So whatever situation you're in or whatever you're trying to create, be open to being more fluid, because what you're trying to create right now might be wonderful, but you might be meant for more. And I heard that. More. So, no, I didn't hear more. It was multiple. And what I was hearing was there's going to be multiple streams of income, but it's important for you to start opening that up too. So if you can find ways to engage with your community or what you're trying to offer in little ways, right? So like offers of small amounts of money, trying to open up little sources to create like this relationship with people is what I was hearing. So that way you can create like a little bit more of a passive income, if that makes sense. Um, I'm also hearing gifts. So this could be an inheritance. This could be something happening behind the scenes. I've been hearing that a lot. Something happening behind the scenes that you don't know. And things working out in your favor. Inheritance, property. I'm hearing divine feminine. Relax, chill, trust the universe, keep showing up. One more. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Oh, okay. Well, we got two. Be open to healing information. Pay attention to the signs of synchronicities and intend and create. So keep showing up. Don't give up. I know you're tired right here, right now. But this is not a time to give up. I say this one a lot, and I just saw it in my mind's eye. There's this video or this picture, and it's like this guy that's mining, and he gives up, but what he doesn't know is like he has that much more rock to chisel away before he finds the diamond. And what I'm seeing is that's you. You are in this final stretch. There's going to be a boom. And I'm seeing like you, what is that? Like Sonic, I want to say, where it's like there's going to be something that happens very soon where it's like it gives you the momentum, the energy the inspiration, the excitement to shift forward, to go for it. You're going to have this new re-inspired energy. So if you're feeling like not creating a lot, again, work with yourself, work with your energy so you can continue to show up, keep moving forward in the best way possible, but know that this isn't going to be forever. Take rest when you need it and then move forward and keep moving forward because the energy is going to come. So if you've been putting off the clerical stuff, if you've been putting off like the more challenging things, know that the energy will come. It will be here. You just need a little bit more time. A little bit more time. Keep suiting up, keep showing up. Your inner voice is telling you this, you guys. You already know. Feeling Black Moon astrology. We're just going to pull a few more cards, you guys, and we're going to wrap this up. Okay. Escape. Travel could be significant. Taking time off. Allowing yourself time and space to take naps. Self-care. Putting down the to-do list for a little bit is okay. Uranus, genius. Okay. The downloads, everything will come in if you allow yourself time and space to let go. Let go of what you think you need to do. You're getting in your own way. So if you feel like your to-do list, you can't keep up, give up for a moment. I know that sounds contradictory, but what is happening is sometimes I even picked that up. Where is that channel? Hold on one second, you guys. You're like overwhelmed. I can't find it right now. Okay, okay, you're like, oh yeah, overstimulated. It says more time spent with spirit will allow you the ability to let go. You're overstimulated right now. So if your to-do list is over the top, you're too heavy in the masculine, you're too heavy in the mind. And so what you need to do, drop the list. Give yourself, even if it's a day, even if it's 20 minutes, go take a nap. Go do something for yourself. Let go because you're getting in your own way. And then the next channel was defying gravity. Help get yourself into alignment. So defying gravity, meaning the second you start to do that inner work, the second you like let go and release this to-do list, that's how you're going to launch forward. I just saw it in my mind's eye. You're defying gravity. This is the type of energy that people are going to look and wonder how the hell you did that. How did you go from point A to point B? How did you receive that gift? How did you receive the resources? How did you go viral? So now is the time, yes, not to give up, but also have that relationship with the divine feminine. Take the break when you need. Let go. Oh yeah, intend and create. So in that too, a lot of times, like when we're overstimulated, we add onto our like already busy to-do list. So you're like doing 1,000 things and yet it's never enough. You need to do more. You need to show up more. And then it's like, you're so overwhelmed, you're so stressed, you start manifesting health problems or like stress, or you're like, you don't want to create anything anymore, right? And it's like, when you spend time with yourself, when you come back to your ground, your inner self, that's when you allow yourself to realize like your to-do list is not that big. What you need to do is not that big of a deal. And you're not scattered. You're able to create from the space of like pure intention. Oh, in Inner Voice, actually, what I was reading, this card, it was talking about that. Inner Voice was talking about how your soul is trying to lead you to exactly where you want to go, but we miss it so much because we're so overstimulated. There's such a big to-do list. And so when you spend that time, you allow yourself to go within, you're going to know, you're going to be able to follow the rhythm of your heart, your soul song. I'm hearing one more. I feel this one. All right. Revolution. Look at that fiery energy too. Yeah, I love it. This is your revolution. Yeah, you guys, spend some time alone, spend some time decompressing. So that way you can get into this aligned action. That way you're not having to give up or burn out. Oh yeah, I wanted to do these ones. Just a few more. I always love these. They're good little closers. Cleanse. Water runs through my veins like the river of life, cleansing my spirit and my soul. So that will cleanse any stagnant energy within you as you spend time alone. Rejuvenation. I give myself permission to reset, recharge, and reclaim my being. And one more. Okay. And clarity. Clarity of mind guides and supports me every step of the way. With that, I'm feeling pretty settled here, you guys. I hope that that was able to give you guys some clarity. I'm sending you so much love. I'm so proud of you for showing up, doing the work, and just know that what you want is seeking you to. Your soul is bringing you exactly where you want, where you need, and everything is going to work out. Take a deep breath in, exhale, trust it. I'm so proud of you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Personal tarot card readings and Reiki sessions are available in the link in my bio, and I'll see you in one of my next videos.